Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's shocking new appearance at the Venice Film Festival has fans doing double takes because The Rock looks completely unrecognizable after dropping a reported 60 pounds, going from 300 pounds down to 240. People are saying The Rock has become the Pebble, and this can't be real. Some fans are genuinely concerned about his health, while others are making jokes about where his famous muscles disappeared to. The comments range from "he looks sickly" to "he's finally aging" and everything in between. But here's the tea, there's actually a very specific reason for this dramatic transformation, and it's not what most people think. So let's break down what's really going on with The Rock's shocking new look and why fans are so divided about it. Viral TikTok and X videos from the Venice Film Festival show a completely different version of The Rock that nobody was expecting. We're talking about a man who's been synonymous with massive muscles and an imposing 300-pound frame for decades, suddenly looking lean and almost normal-sized. In the footage, The Rock is wearing a silk, short-sleeved blue button-down with colorful sketches and black trousers, and he looks so different that people literally had to do double takes. Yep, had to do a double take, one user wrote, which pretty much sums up everyone's reaction. The most dramatic part is the numbers. The Rock has reportedly dropped from his signature 300-pound physique down to around 240 pounds. That's 60 pounds, y'all. For someone who's built his entire brand around being this massive, muscular action hero, losing that much weight is absolutely shocking. Fans immediately started comparing recent photos from the Venice Film Festival to his appearance just back in January at WWE's Monday Night Raw premiere on Netflix, where he still looked like the jacked Rock we all know. The difference is so stark that some people are questioning if something's wrong health-wise. The internet's reactions have been all over the place, from concerned fans asking if he's okay to people making jokes about his famous Rock nickname no longer fitting his smaller physique. The comment sections are absolutely chaotic right now, with people's reactions to The Rock's new look. Let me break down some of the wildest responses, because they range from hilarious to genuinely concerned. The joke comments are having a field day. The Rock has become the Pebble, so he's the Pebble now, from the rock to the stone to the pebble. The Rock turned into a pebble. But then you have people who are genuinely shocked and concerned. This can't be real. He was massive and Raw on Netflix just this year. He looks sickly. Where did The Rock's famous muscles go? What happened to him? Bro is finally aging. Some fans are trying to be supportive. He looks good. For a movie role, I believe, but also necessary for his health in the long run. Trying to keep the Rock physique was unhealthy. This is much better for him. And then there are the fans referencing other celebrities. Remember Chadwick? Let's all be respectful, referring to Chadwick Boseman's weight loss before his death. Honestly, as long as he doesn't go vegan like Dave Bautista, he'll be fine. The reactions really show how much The Rock's massive physique has been part of his identity and brand, that seeing him without it is genuinely… Now here's where the story gets interesting, because The Rock's dramatic weight loss isn't random or health-related in the way people are worried about it. It's actually for a very specific movie role. The Rock has transformed his body to play MMA fighter Mark Kerr in his upcoming film The Smashing Machine, directed by Benny Safdie and co-starring Emily Blunt. This isn't just any regular movie role, it's a serious, dramatic biopic about UFC and MMA legend Mark Kerr, who battled prescription drug addiction. In a Vanity Fair interview, The Rock revealed just how intense this transformation has been. He's not just losing weight, he's using 13 to 14 different prosthetics and spending 3 to 4 hours in the makeup chair every day to become Mark Kerr. "I just sat in front of that mirror for 3 to 4 hours and watched it all change," The Rock explained. "There were about 13 or 14 different prosthetics, subtle yet I think very impactful. By the time I got to set, I was Mark Kerr, and I felt it, from how he walked to how he talked and how he looked at life." This is The Rock's attempt to break out of the action hero box that Hollywood has put him in. He admitted during a Venice press conference, "This transformation was something I was really hungry to do. I had been very fortunate to have the career that I've had over the years and to make the films that I've made. But there was just a voice inside of me, a little voice that said, well, what if I could do more? I want to do more, and what does that look like?" The Rock's transformation is actually part of a much bigger career move that's been years in the making. He's talked about feeling pigeonholed in Hollywood and wanting to prove he can do more than just action movies and comedies. When you're in Hollywood, as we all know, it had become about box office, and you chase the box office, and the box office can be very loud, and it can become very resounding, and it can push you into a category and into a corner, The Rock said at Venice. This is your lane, and this is what you do, and this is what Hollywood wants you to do. For someone who's been making massive blockbusters like the Fast and Furious franchise, Jumanji, and recently Moana 2, which made $1 billion at the box office, stepping into a gritty, dramatic role about addiction and personal struggles is a huge risk. The Rock admitted he was really scared to take on this raw and emotional role because it's so different from anything he's done before. But he said the experience has been nourishing and freeing despite his initial doubts about his ability to pull it off. Emily Blunt plays Mark Kerr's now ex-wife Dawn Staples in the film, and seeing The Rock in such a different context both physically and dramatically is already generating serious Oscar buzz. The Venice Film Festival has been a launching pad for recent Best Actor Oscar winners like Brendan Fraser and Adrien Brody. This isn't just about losing weight, it's about The Rock completely reinventing himself as an actor and proving he has more range than Hollywood has allowed him to show. While The Rock's weight loss is primarily for his movie role, some fans are connecting it to health issues he's mentioned in the past, which might explain why some people are genuinely concerned about his well-being. Back in June 2025, The Rock revealed on The Mark Hyman Show that he had been dealing with undiagnosed digestive problems. Dr. Hyman claimed that The Rock's use of antibiotics had damaged the lining of his intestines by wiping out beneficial bacteria in his digestive system. Some health experts have also suggested that maintaining The Rock's massive 300-pound physique was potentially unhealthy long-term. One supporter commented, "Trying to keep The Rock physique was unhealthy. This is much better for him." The Rock himself has admitted that maintaining his massive size was becoming problematic. Reports suggest he was feeling heavy and sluggish, and that years of extreme training had left him with joint strain and inflammation issues. At 53 years old, he's actually 52, The Rock is at an age where carrying that much muscle mass can put serious strain on the heart and other organs. Some fans are pointing out that this leaner physique might actually be healthier for his long-term well-being. However, the dramatic nature of the weight loss, 60 pounds, is a lot, combined with his slimmer appearance, has some people worried that there might be underlying health issues we don't know about, especially with the reference to Chadwick Boseman that some fans are making. The Rock's new physique is raising some interesting questions about his future in both WWE and big-budget action movies, because his massive size has been such a crucial part of both careers. WWE fans have been hoping for The Rock to return for more matches, especially with John Cena's retirement tour happening. The Rock made appearances at Monday Night Raw in January and was involved in storylines with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes that seemed to be building toward potential matches. But his current 240-pound physique is significantly smaller than what WWE fans are used to seeing, and it raises questions about whether he can still convincingly play the dominant physical force he's known for in wrestling. For his action movie career, The Rock's massive size has been one of his biggest selling points. Movies like Fast and Furious, Rampage, and Skyscraper all relied on him being this imposing physical presence who could believably take on any threat. If The Rock maintains this leaner physique, it might signal a permanent shift away from pure action roles toward more dramatic work. The Smashin' Machine seems to be his test case for whether audiences will accept him in more serious, character-driven stories. The film is already generating awards buzz, which could open up a whole new chapter in The Rock's career if it's successful. But it also means potentially stepping away from the lucrative action franchises that made him one of Hollywood's highest-paid actors. What's really fascinating about The Rock's transformation is what it represents in terms of celebrity reinvention and breaking out of established brands. The Rock has been so successful with his massive, charismatic action hero persona that changing it is genuinely risky. His brand has been built on being the biggest, strongest, most motivational guy in the room. His social media is full of intense workout videos, massive meals, and inspirational messages about hard work and dedication. Suddenly appearing 60 pounds lighter challenges that entire image. Some fans are struggling with this change because The Rock has been such a consistent figure of strength and stability. When someone who represents ultimate physical power suddenly looks more normal, it can be unsettling for people who look up to him. But The Rock's willingness to risk his established brand for artistic growth is actually pretty admirable. At 53, when many actors are settling into comfortable formulas, he's choosing to challenge himself and potentially fail in pursuit of something more meaningful. The early reviews and Oscar buzz suggest that his gamble might pay off. If The Smashing Machine is successful, it could completely redefine The Rock's career trajectory and prove that he's more than just a charismatic action star. Whether fans ultimately embrace this new version of The Rock or prefer the massive, invincible action hero remains to be seen. But the conversation itself shows how much his physical presence has meant to people's perception of him. Y'all, The Rock's 60-pound weight loss has definitely shocked the internet, but now that we know it's for his dramatic role in The Smashing Machine, it makes a lot more sense. This isn't about health scares or aging, it's about an actor pushing himself to grow and take on more challenging roles. The fan reactions have been absolutely wild, from people joking about The Rock becoming the Pebble to genuine concerns about his well-being. But the real story is about artistic transformation and breaking out of Hollywood's expectations. Whether you think The Rock looks better lean or prefer his massive action hero physique, you have to respect his commitment to this role. Spending 4 hours a day in makeup, using 14 prosthetics, and completely transforming his body shows serious dedication to his craft. The Smashing Machine hits theaters on October 3rd, so we'll get to see if all this transformation pays off with his most challenging performance yet. The Oscar buzz is already building, which could mean a whole new chapter in The Rock's career. Now I want to hear from y'all. What do you think about The Rock's dramatic new look? Are you concerned about the weight loss or excited to see him in a serious dramatic role? Do you prefer muscular action hero Rock, or are you here for this leaner, more versatile version? Drop your thoughts in the comments because the internet is clearly divided on this transformation. And if you want more celebrity transformation content and movie news, make sure you're subscribed with notifications on. Hit that like button if The Rock's weight loss shocked you as much as it did everyone else, and I'll see you in the next one.